Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or dead night for some of you. Welcome to the Race Discus YouTube channel, Twitch channel. I don't know where else we're live, but also we're being hosted on Motorsports, TotalMotorsports.com. That's again, the website is in the description. Thank you guys for hosting us. This is Grass with you live for the race itself. Thank everyone giving me G's in chats. People are doing potty checks and bio checks and other coffee and other drink checks. Good evening from John Smith. It's good afternoon for me right now. I'm actually having a great day. I've been watching my Patriots, New England Patriots, manhandle the Cleveland Browns, but that's not it. Let the insanity be, and yes, absolutely. Again, we are looking at again a C2 hard compound, a C4 medium compound, and a C5 soft compound. The expectations, again, as you can see, everyone is on either softs or mediums. Colpino's on a hard, and Albon's on a hard. Don't know why, but they're in the back of the grid, so take a chance. They've got the tires. Might go long on those hards, and then see what happens with those soft compound. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. So basically, we'll look at Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, all looking at being on soft compounds. Actually, Norris, Leclerc are on new soft compounds. Max is on a new medium. So we're looking at Max looking for any gaps or any mistakes in that top four to take advantage of. So we're looking at after about lap 10, Max is maybe trying to push and take advantage of his tires, overtake anyone who's he's not passed already in the first lap. Again, that first turn is going to be huge. It's going to be and this is one of the longest tracks with from line to turn one. So that turn 1, 2, 3 section is going to be huge. It's going to be big, huge. It'll be interesting to see if Norris has a bad start, Leclerc and Hamilton are going to overtake. If Hamilton or Russell have a bad start, Max is going to overtake. So there is a lot in this lap 1 that can go on. Again, our grid right now is going to go from back. Colpino, Stroll, back row. Gasly, Albon, next row. O'Reilly, Lawson, 15-16. Alonso, Hulkenberg, 14-13. Sainz.com, 12-11. Now we're in the points. Tsunoda, Behrman, 10-9. Isaac is 8th. Oscar 7th. Antonelli is 6th. Verstappen 5th. Russell 4th. Hamilton 3rd. Leclerc 2nd. And Norris is 1st. Again, you are hearing that right. Norris is on pole with Leclerc and Hamilton 2nd, 3rd. Russell's 4th. Verstappen 6th. Antonelli 6th. And Oscar comes to 7th. Isaac's on that row with him at 8th. So there we go. Again, I want to thank everyone who's here right now. We got over 2,800 of you watching right now on YouTube. We got Shay, we got Mayaki, we got Paula. What else is here? No more you were here. These are the people who are of the family effectively. They're throwing a few bucks each month to help keep the lights on. I'm one of them as well. I want to thank everyone who subscribed. You guys are the Race Statistic Army. Thank you guys so much. And everyone else, you are our race fans. Thank you for being here. I want to thank everyone over on Twitch, like Veril and Idrew the boss. Here. Oh, it's just those of them right now. Growing numbers on each platform looking good. And they just rolled back. Let's say that's Santinelli. But we're moments away from those blankets coming off. Yep, that just so. Teams are to the side right now, and we are at the top of the hour in Mexico City. And with that, we have started the formation lap. Formation lap has started, everyone. English don't like high altitude. Lando might faint. Dude, that's everyone could faint. I mean, like, and also Lando's a professional. He knows how to work in a high elevation area. So that's kind of like pointing out him as kind of pointless. 2 p.m. No, it's 3 p.m. at my place right now. It's 2 p.m. track time. And I had some pasta for lunch, if those who are curious. I've spent the past 2.5 hours before from noon watching the Patriots game, and they got 400,000. I'm not sure if that's the whole weekend attendance, but it was like 401,000 some odd attendees this weekend in Mexico City, and that's to be expected. That's huge. I think Austin brings in like 300,000, and Vegas could do about 250 to 300 easily. Again, right now it's a hot track. It is track temperature is 52.2 degrees. The air temperature is 26.2. That's the one that's more relevant. See, if that had been higher, they would have said that this would have been a heat hazard. So with it around 26.2, they're not calling it a heat hazard. We're now coming to the line. The first cars are coming to their grid boxes right now. Yeah, we are live right now. Again, we're about right now waiting for people to come to their grid box right now. The back of the grid is coming to their grid box. Again, over on Twitch, we do have a prediction up. Who do you think will win? Right now, 60% is on Leclerc. And they're off racing. You get so far. Max has gotten ahead. He's got ahead of Russell already. They're 3 wide, almost 4 wide. Max goes wide. He's going to go through the grass. Lando's going to stay ahead. This is chaos. So it looks like Leclerc has taken the lead out of that chaos. Lando is second. Max is third. Here we go. Lando is taking a. I don't know if it looks like Lando was given the place back, but he's going to take first again, and then it's going to settle back into basically Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen in that order. Max definitely. Oh, and which of the Aston Martins just spun? That'd be Stroll. Colpino's back there. There was an incident with him as well. We'll see that moment. Yeah, that was chaos through turn 1, 2, and 3 right there. I think Max did give back Hamilton his position. I think Leclerc gave Norris back his position. Max did legitimately get a pass ahead of Russell. Behrman's up 3 places, passing Antonelli Tsunoda. Oscar's now dropped 2 places to 9th. Ocon's up a place. Isaac is down 3 places. Borrell is up 3 places. So is Gasly. Hulkenberg has dropped 4 places. So is Alonso. Alonso's dropped 2 places. Albon has dropped a place. And then Stroll and Colpino. Looks like something must have happened between those two. Russell's complaining about how Max cut the corner and braked late and flew through the grass. But he was already past him at that point. So again, I think the order has settled into place. Lando has now taken a 1.8 second lead on Leclerc, and then it's close between Hamilton. It's basically DRS train right now for the time being. Soft engine won't last. Yeah, again, one of the things that's going on is that Hamilton is on a used soft tire, but Lando and Leclerc are on new soft tires. So it could that Hamilton could get an advantage on Max could get an advantage on Hamilton really sooner than expected. Let me see. So after now, we're on lap 3. Leclerc is 1.6 back. Hamilton is 0.8 back. Verstappen is 0.6 back. Russell's 0.6 back. Behrman 1.7 back. Lawson is pitting. We'll see why he's pitting. Max does not have to give the position back to George. Max got ahead of George legitimately. Jenny, a little too late for pole. That was settled yesterday. So Lawson's getting a wing change. So something happened in that back with Colpino, Stroll, Lawson. Albon's going to pass Hulkenberg. Yellow flag. Assuming the yellow flag is potentially for a hazard because it's in that sector 1, sector 2, sector 3. So that where the battle went on that first lap. Follow with a 10-pound donation. Go Max, go, go, go. Go Max Tears, go, go, go. Thank you so much. Again, Paula is a legend on our channel. She's been here for as long as I have, if not just as long as I have. Track is now clear. It looks like there was debris on the track that they were getting rid of. Oh, he thought Lewis gets a podium. That's different. I mean, he is in the podium position right now. And Dark Mayo, a member for 12 months. Go Albon. Albon right now is 16th. No rain. There's no rain today. It's going to be a bright and sunny day in Mexico City. What happened to Lawson? It looks like there was something wrong with wing damage, and so he replaced it. So he's now gone on to hard tire. He could go the whole race on that one tire now. No investigation on what happened in the start as of yet. No, I haven't seen anything on race control. Basically, they did note that the turn sector 3, the slippery surface, but there was a yellow flag for that 1, 2, 3 turn area. Next, huge ahead. Man, that's just that you're showing the replay of the start. It's just chaos, just pure chaos. They were all 3 wide going in. I think turn 2. Did Max overtake Russell on track? He did overtake Russell. Legitimately, he did overtake him, and then came on the sides of the Ferraris up at the turn. Um, and he just misses. He just doesn't get a. Max doesn't get any room to make a turn, and so he goes forward and through the grass. So we're just having action on track right now. Max has just passed Hamilton. Oh, Max! Oh, Hamilton just locked up again. So the yellow flag is because Hamilton is off track and has come back on. He's oh my God, Behrman's in the mix here now. Hamilton's third right now. Behrman's fourth. Vax is fifth. Oh man, Behrman just went off the road, but kept ahead of Max. They're suggesting there might be damage on the Red Bull, on Max's Red Bull, after there might have been some contact between him and Hamilton. They're saying they were close. So Behrman right now is again fourth place, five positions ahead of Max, ahead of Andy, ahead of Russell, ahead of Tsunoda. He's only behind Hamilton. So at turn one, Hamilton turned into Max. Oh, Max might have been carrying too much speed as well. This is going to be interesting how this gets. So far, nothing from race control. They are just fighting at the moment. So, so at turn three, Hamilton goes off track. Uh, Russell and Max are fighting each other, and that gives open up the door for Behrman to go past him. So Behrman into fourth. Uh, he's got a good job for what he's done so far. Sainz Alonso is leaving track. That they're Oscar's now getting passed ahead of Tsunoda. Hamilton isn't failing road escape road instructions, so Hamilton, boy. No, the stewards are overloaded right now. They have a lot to sort through from this lap and the previous lap. So trying to see where else. So it looks like Leo Lawson has now pitted and has now retired his car. So Lawson is out of this race. I'm not sure what exactly happened with him, what incident, but he's now out of the race. Damage to the car. Basically, he had pitted earlier on lap 3 to get a new wing change, and it's like there's just the car is just not in. There must be more damage to the car than they expected because he only stayed 3 laps on a hard tire and then came back in to be retired. So Hamilton, Verstappen and Hamilton incident, turn 1 collision is noted. Antonelli right now fighting with Max, trying to do a lunge on him, but he's not getting it. Max defending off of him. Did Hamilton get a penalty? No, not yet. He's investigated. Again, Hamilton's under 2 different investigations. One for leaving the track and not using the escape road, as noted by the director notes. He's now his investigation with Hamilton and Verstappen. Again, they just basically said lap 6, turn 1, lap 6, Hamilton lap time deleted. So he's got that on his record as well for this race at the moment. So Oscar has DNS on Russell. Tsunoda, he's making the pass right now, and it's very clean. He gets ahead of him. So Oscar up to 8th. Oh, he's only down 1 spot from where he started. Again, we're on lap 11 right now of 71 laps, 61 laps to go. Again, Norris is leading this race. Leclerc is set. Hamilton is 3rd. Behrman is in 4th, leading Max Verstappen at the moment. Antonelli is 6th and Russell 7th. Oscar's 8th, just past Tsunoda 9th with Ocon in 10 in the points. No, Oscar just passed Tsunoda, Reb. Right now, Lando's ahead by 3.3. Hamilton 5.7. Behrman again. Sorry, Leclerc is back 3.4. Hamilton 5.6 back. Behrman 2.8 back, and Max right now 1.4. So they've spread out at the moment right now. Ocon's now trying to make a fight on Tsunoda now. This will be a fight for 9th place, so change of 1 point between those two if Ocon gets ahead of. And right now, the fight we're looking at the moment on F1 TV is based between Tsunoda and Esteban Ocon. So there's several car length gaps now between those. I'd say 5, 6. And we're on op 13 right now. Again, Norris is just coming to the end of sector 1. Here comes Leclerc into end of sector 1. And this is at turn 4 and 5. Huge gaps right now. Again, Hamilton's managed to get ahead of Bierman significantly now. We've got a group, Bierman, Verstappen, Antonelli, Russell, in their own little world, with Oscar starting to get up closer to that group. That's why I'm just saying that Yuki is a dangerous defense. Is being laughed at by the commentary on F1 TV because of what all has happened ahead of those two. Hamilton got a penalty or no? Not yet. He is under investigation for two different things. There's an investigation for him leaving the track, not using the escape road correctly per the director's instructions, and then there's a collision between him and Max that's being investigated. Next race is Brazil. Yes, it is Brazil. So the Sainz Alonso, they basically have reviewed with no further investigation. Again, Alonso's 15th, Sainz is 13th. I mean, cool guys. You have other stuff at the top of the field to go over. I think we're looking at the back of Max Verstappen. Back from Max's wing over, looking over Antonelli. It's bouncing because Max is going over curves. Oscar podium manifesting. Let's go right now. 8th. There's going to have to be some magic with Oscar at the moment. He's going to have to drive like Bierman to get that. You guys, if you think it's going to snow fest, go do something. Come back in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Why bother watching if you can think it's in Snows Fest? I mean, I can suggest you some football games over here in the United States if you want. So, what was noted before is now an investigation for Hamilton for leaving leaving the track. Lap 6, they deleted his lap time. 10-second penalty for Hamilton leaving the track and gaining an advantage. So basically, what happened is Hamilton did leave the track and then came back, not using the. I think that's what this 10-second penalty is coming from. Yeah, 10-second penalty for Hamilton. Behrman is effectively third right. Yes, effectively right now, Behrman is third. Hamilton is falling back to 7th. So Behrman, Verstappen, Antonelli, Russell right now are all Even Oscar actually is all gaining a spot on that 10-second. He's dropping back to effectively eighth with that 10-second. So he will serve that 10-second penalty um, on his first pit stop. No, a difference between you guys got to understand. Max gave back positions. Max did go off track, but he was ahead of Russell when that happened. He was clearly ahead of Russell. So Russell's not in play. He was with Hamilton and Leclerc, and he basically came in ahead of Hamilton, gave that position back. Same thing happened with Leclerc. He got ahead of Norris, gave that position back. That's correct. If Bierman scores this podium, it would be the first podium in Haas's career. Bitch, I'm saying I don't like papaya rolls. No one likes the papaya rolls, dude. That's really what's going on at the moment. So looking right now. Need at least one red tractor on podium today. This is Cav. This would be a clerk at this point as things going on. RB25 showing today this track is really gauges car performance. I'm thinking the new floor is an experiment. I mean, part of it is that they've got significantly less air pressure. I mean, I normally see over 1,000 units elsewhere, and we were around like 780. It's like almost 25% less air pressure, and that's because they're up 2 kilometers in the air. I would say 2 kilometers above sea level, I should say. Yeah. Right now, Behrman is holding off Max. He's actually gaining on Max. So a few laps ago, it was 1.4. Now it's 1.8, 1.9 gap between Behrman. So Behrman is actually getting ahead of Max. Again, at some point, he's going to have to come pay. He's on used softs, though granted, only three laps used. That is a good point, Lando. Now I hope this pit crew members do their jobs. I mean, that will be the. So who we were looking at? This is who are we looking at? That's Russell. Russell looking at Oscar behind him. But we could get yes, we can get a Behrman podium because of the penalty on Hamilton. That's going to drop him back to around where Oscar is right now. More closer to behind Oscar at the moment as it stands. Yeah, the soft should be falling off at some point now, and that should give Max a chance to advance on Behrman at least. So they're looking at 21 incidents involving cars 1 and 44 causing a collision. So that looks like they're looking at potentially Max being the cause of the collision. Hamilton is the victim of it. We'll see what happens after that. Yeah, guys, stop saying that certain drivers are going to crash. That's rude and crass. You think that there might a driver might crash, but not saying who, that's fine. But saying that like Lando's gonna crash, no, no, dude, that's you being crass. Hey, Street Boy's starting to fall off. Oh boy. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, the stewards are extremely busy right now. I don't think they've given Hamilton another 10 seconds. He's only got 10-second penalty right now. So again, we're on lap 21 of 71. We've got 51 laps to go. It's already been chaos in those first 10 laps. Norris right now is still leading the race. Leclerc is second. Hamilton is third. Again, Norris is now in clear air and just pulled away. Leclerc is probably far back enough that he's in clear air, most likely. Hamilton is third, but he's got a 10-second penalty for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. That puts Behrman effectively in third, and he's now pulled 2 seconds ahead of Max. Max is fifth, Antonelli sixth, Russell seventh, and Oscar is eighth. He's lost a place. Russell's lost 3 places. Stone is up a place, and so is Ocon. Isaac has dropped 3 places. Copeland has moved up to 17. That's because Alonso's pitting. So Max is getting investigated for leaving the track and getting an advantage. Turn 3 incident, lap 21. Oh, well, that was last lap. I think that's when they issued it. So we've got a lot more investigations going on. I don't know what you're talking about in terms of corruption. He literally did leave the track and got an advantage from it. So he did get a 10%, 10-second penalty for that reason. We've got Behrman is virtually in third. Not actually, he's virtually because we're waiting for Hamilton to serve that penalty. Max is being looked at for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. He's also in another investigation for a collision with Hamilton. I don't know what you guys are saying in terms of bias against Hamilton. He did legitimately leave the track and got an advantage from it. That's the moment where he went. It was a turn again. I think it was like lap 4 or 7. He left the track at turn 3, came back on. While that was going on, Max was fighting with Russell. That opened the door for Behrman to get ahead. So you guys need to like back off of that. Like if those of you who are like excited about Behrman potentially getting a podium, you need to back off on corruption on Hamilton because yeah, that you guys are really pushing it too hard on that in this case. No further investigation for Max leaving the track and getting an advantage. So that is gone. So what's still left out there is a Max and Hamilton collision that took place. And they haven't ruled whether it's a racing incident or someone is due for a penalty there. So that's where we're at the moment there. We're on lap 23 with 49 laps to go of the 71 lap race. I want to thank everyone here at the Race Statistics channel. Again, over 8,000 of you watching on YouTube. Good number, healthy number on Twitch as well. Again, we are on those YouTube guys. We're also on Twitch if you're want to jump over. So it looks like Behrman has significantly gained on Hamilton. Hamilton's being told to box. So this is where Hamilton will when Hamilton comes in, he will stop for 10 seconds in his box before they touch his car. And here is Behrman taking third place now so waiting for those 10-second stop. So on that turn one collision, they have said no further collision, no further action. So it's a racing incident. Hamilton is serving his stop now. 13.5, again, 3.5 stop. 11 of that you can account to possibly being the team basically having to do a 10 seconds count. So Hamilton's going to drop down. He's dropped down to 14th. Again, that includes penalty plus the pit stop. Hamilton has moved to a medium tire after 26 laps. Who boxed Lewis? I'm not gonna leave that to you guys. Anthony did pit. He is now 12th. Went to a medium tire. Sainz did 17 laps on a medium tire. Has now gone to a soft, a used soft. And then Alonso, he stopped 20 laps on the soft tire and then went to a medium. So Oscar is a 3.6 stop. Behrman is a 2.7 stop. So our order right now, again, is shifting because of pit order right now. Again, right now, Behrman is the one leading out of the pit order. Antonelli's behind him. Right now, Max, again, they're talking, right, Max is on a medium tire, so he's not going to pit for at least another 6 laps, minimum 6 laps. Now, again, as we stand right now, we are on lap 26 of 71. We have 46 laps to go. Norris is still leading this, again, by a huge margin, 12 seconds. Then another 13 to Max. Again, there's pit order. Russell is now pitting. Patrick's not a great pit. Russell's a 2.7. He's got a significantly better pit. He's going to come out behind his teammate. Behrman is passing Borrellis on track. Antonelli is 9th in that case. Oscar's passing Albon on track. Why did Hamilton get a penalty? Hamilton got a penalty because he left the track and gained an advantage by leaving the track. Again, this was about, I think it was lap 7 where this happened. Oh, wow, another investigation for Sainz. Speeding in the pit lane. That will probably be, we'll know pretty quickly if that's a penalty. It's usually a quick and clear and dry scenario. We've got a 943 follows right now on Twitch. Can we get to 1,000 over there? Again, we're at 824 likes. We could get to 1,000 easily on YouTube. So Behrman is a potential. No, he is in a podium position. Well, a potential podium position. He through pit order right now. Is this a two-stop race? I don't think it's going to be a two-stop race, Mads. I think they're going to try and push it to just a one-stop. Oh, and they did the penalty to Sainz, so it's a 5-second penalty for Sainz. He has pitted though, so we'll keep that in consideration. Yeah, the only Hulkenberg is retired now, about a few laps ago. Not sure what happened to Hulkenberg that caused him to retire the car. That wasn't even so much other stuff was happening when that happened that I'm not sure we know why the car was retired. Ocon is pitting right now. Yeah, I'm having a problem saying his name today, Tony. I'm not sure why. It is Bortolello. I'm not sure what happened to Hulk actually. I just noticed that he's now retired on the board. So something must have happened after his pit stop that they electronics having trouble power unit. That is okay. So there was something wrong with the car itself. They're going to do a power cycle. They guess they couldn't back turn. So they did the IT turn. Did you turn it on, turn it off, and it didn't turn back on? It is hard to watch because there's a lot of strategy. There was a lot of chaos in those first few laps, and right now we're looking at pit order being a key case of what's going on at the moment. Yeah, Max won't be out again. Paul is good. Max will not be out of the championship if Oscar doesn't catch up. I mean, if as it stands right now, Max is ahead of Oscar, will gaining points on him. Will it be as many points as he needs? No, but this is the big but. We still have another 4 races and 2 sprint races to go. Influx, I came in late. What happened? Chaos happened, meme. Yeah, so there's a. There was no sprint race this weekend, but the last sprint race was in Austin, and Max did win that. And he got 8 points on the McLarens because they didn't finish the race. So that was, again, last weekend. DRS, it means drag reduction system. So this is a system that is going to go away at the end of this year. It's been here for like over a decade and somewhat. But the idea is that if you are within a second of the person ahead of you, you can then so the detection points are in green. If you're within a second of someone, so like Behrman, Tsunoda and Behrman just went past that detection point. Um, if you at that point you're within a second of the person ahead of you, you look at the green hashes. That's the DRS zones. You can then basically open up your wing to reduce the drag that you have and get additional more speed. And that has again finally is they've finally with the next regulation changes that is going away. So there's not going to be DRS zones and detection. You'll be able to use basically open up the wing. It's called active arrow. So when you're on a straight, you'll be able to open that up automatically, and when you're on a curve, it'll close for more downforce. It's about Max win this race. It's always possible. Stuff has to happen. A safety car would have to happen to help close up the field first. Yeah, we've got a huge gap right now from Norris. Again, Norris is right now pulling ahead like he's Max Verstappen 2 years ago. Yeah, so Leclerc coming into pit after 30 laps. And Leclerc got a 2.2 stop time, so a very good pit stop for Leclerc. Yuki hasn't pitted yet, is why he's ahead of Oscar. Those are asking. Again, Norris, Verstappen, and Tsunoda have not pitted. So by pit order, right now, Norris basically is far ahead of everyone else that he will pit. He'll retain the lead. When Max pits, he's going to drop behind Behrman, and when Tsunoda drops back, pits, he will drop back. I think he's around Hamilton. So again, right now, right now, the order on track is not representative of actual order when we take it to pits. Again, three have not pitted up in the top five. Norris starting to lap cars. Yeah, it looks like Norris is in a few laps is going to start lapping the Alpine cars. Again, right now we are on lap 33 of 71. We've got 39 laps to go. Again, I want to thank everyone here, whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, or whatnot. I also want to thank TotalMotorsports.com. That's total-motorsports.com. If you're typing it in, they are a great source of information for F1. Also, great number of interviews. They cover more than just F1. They do IndyCar, Formula E, and NASCAR. So a great resource on motorsports in general. Again, this is Grash with you right now. We're about we're almost to the halfway mark right now. What do you think the second driver Red Bull wants this race? Well, they're not going to change. Yuki's going to drive to the end of the season. All right. There's not going to be another Red Bull driver change until after the season ends. If you're going to ask what I think happens at the end of the season, that's a different scenario. Can you go WC? We only cover F1 the way we do. I mean, we cover all of the sessions, all the practices, whether there's a sprint quali or a sprint race. Doing an investigation with the investigation of Verstappen. So for leaving the track and getting a advantage, that was no further action was taken on that. So they let that go. Here comes Norris in. Now this will make things look closer than they should be. The 2.6 stop for Norris. Gasly's got a 2.8 stop. mean, even with that stop, I mean, Norris is like 2.6 ahead of Max, who hasn't pitted yet. So Norris started on soft. He's gone to medium tires. So we're looking. Told Russell he's free to overtake at this point. Hamilton passing Yuki on track. Isaac into pit. And Isaac has a 2.4 stop, which is a good stop. Yeah, please do not. Someone's just been timed out because they just suggested a crash gate scenario. Please don't do that, please, people. Come on, we're better than this. And Alonso. Looks like Alonso is going to be retired. Yeah, they're pulling the car into the garage. He's still, yeah. Are you only streaming on Twitch? No, we're streaming on YouTube as well. We're being hosted on Total Motorsports as well. I think we're also on Facebook in some particular way as well. I know we've been on TikTok a few times as well. HWD, you can type in chat. That's obviously not you who got timed out. I'm not sure. They just pulled his car. He just came into pit and they just brought his car in to the garage. I'm not sure. I didn't see on radio. The radio. I'm not sure what was said between him and other people. Why do teams trying these alternate strategies? Because I mean, particularly at the back of the grid, you've got nothing to lose. Again, Rebeerman right now only 2.6 behind Leclerc right now. We're waiting for Max to pit. That will drop him behind Behrman and Antonelli, probably closer to back to around where Russell Antonelli is. It's not that we don't like you cheering for someone when you are a block of text 5 times in a row. That's when you're spamming chat. Thank you. The Maxiteers is no better than to do that. Looking at what you guys are right now. I mean, a safety car right now would change the race significantly, but yep. So Ocon just passed Albon a few moments ago, and we are now seeing blue flags for Gasly. So Norris is about to lap the first car in this race. Likely, when Colapino pits, he'll come out behind. He'll be effectively lapped when he pits. So. No, this is just one race. It's just Mexico City. I mean, Max is now pitting right now. It's a 2.9 stop for him. And that drops him back to further back than expected. Behind Hamilton. Max is coming out onto a used soft tire. You're missing a 5 on that soft style. So Max is going to come out 8th right now. He's right now behind Oscar right now. That's big. Game over? No, it's not game over. It's not ideal. I mean, the big thing is that Oscar's only 6th and Max is 8th. It's not, and it's a possibility that Max could overtake Hamilton. So, his Oscar running on, making a move on Russell right now. Russell's defending right now. Russell's radio message wanted that he wanted more performance out of the car. Denelli right now is moving up on Behrman. It's just moved another 10th ahead of him on him. We've got Russell within an 8th of Antonelli and Oscar 6 tenths on Russell. So those three are the three we're looking at right now for the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. I doubt that Orlando's going to crash at this point. He's pretty much in clean air. I'd say the same for Leclerc right now. He's pretty much in clear air. Bierman is the one that's where things are getting interesting because Antonelli's trying to push on him. Bierman has an advantage on him. He's on fresher medium tires. Antonelli has 2 more laps used on his tires than Bierman. Guys, stop asking about if Lando's going to crash. Seriously, to Twitch chat, you guys are usually cool, but you're not being cool right now. Let's move back to the race right now. Again, we're looking at Norris leading this race by 18 seconds. His race to lose, but this is Lando. This is not a rain scenario. This is not Sochi. He's not going to blow it. Leclerc is again 18 seconds back. He's pretty much in clean air, and then we have Bierman, 4 seconds off of Leclerc, and then it's Antonelli, Russell, and Oscar within a second of each other. Right now, Antonelli's 1.4 behind Bierman. Oh, Russell is going nuts with his race engineer. He thinks he could get it if he thinks he knows he's got better tires than Antonelli because it's fresh mediums versus 3 more used. So they are going to switch positions. Okay, so now we've got Russell ahead of Antonelli. Antonelli now holding off Russell. So they've now dropped. That puts Russell back 2.1 back behind Bierman. So now he's got to charge up. Antonelli was around 1.4, 1.2, 1.4. If they finish in the order right now, yes. Currently, right now, Lando is going to take the lead from the championship from Oscar. So those two are going to flip positions. The question is, where does Max come in all of this? The big one is more how far is Max behind Oscar? So right now Max would be 47 points behind Norris with four races to go. It's still doable. Four races and two sprint races still makes it harder for. This is gonna make it harder for Max. Looking at right now. What happened to Hamilton? Hamilton got a 10-second penalty. Who got the penalty? Hamilton got a 10-second penalty. Sainz also got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits as well. So Max Champion difficult? Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Max needs to get past Hamilton and Oscar at a bare minimum right now. Right now, Norris is going to get, I think, 7 more points on Max. Still doable. It's just going to be harder. Um, I think Max stayed on his medium tires as long as he possibly could, and basically other teams moved on to. They started on softs and then moved on to the mediums, and I think they got an advantage on Max because of that. Again, Max needs to. He is gaining on Hamilton. He's got to manage those tires to the end of the race as well. Yeah, it looks like a lot of one stop. It's going to be a one stop strategy at this point. We're showing up the Albon passing Franco Colpino, basically coming to the start finish line at that lap. It's about 23 seconds approximately, but the only one who is not pitted right now is Franco Colpino, who's on a hard tire. So we're all on pace in terms of pit order. Looks like Stroll is going in for another pit stop. It's going to go into a soft tire for the end of the race. Looks like. Yeah, Hamilton got a penalty for leaving the track and getting an advantage. Ooh, spicy chatter from Albin. So it looks like the balance of the car is they're not. Yeah, Alpine Williams is having an issue with balance car. It looks out. We've heard Red Bull having balance of the car. I've heard a couple other teams having balance of the car issues today as well. And I just don't know what exactly is causing those issues. Uh, yeah, maybe it looks a little less. Is Ollie going to pit again? No, he's not going to pit again. He's going to go to the end of the race on that medium tire. This is right now. If he pits, he's now losing track position for a tire, and we're not getting the overtakes. This was like IndyCar. You definitely pit for better tires because you'd be able to overtake. Odds of a Verstappen podium, not very good today, Saxon. Why did he so far behind? Because he pitted Villeron. Yeah. So guys, don't put obviously wrong information in the chat. Let's see, Max right now. He is in DRS range to Hamilton right now, so you could he's in range now uh, to pass him within a couple laps. We'll keep an eye on that at the moment. Again, Max has gone to the soft tire. He's using that advantage of that soft tire over the mediums. Hamilton's getting closer to Max right now, right? Yep, Max just passed Hamilton for 7th. Sainz pitting again. So this now puts Max 3 seconds behind, 3.6 behind Oscar. So he's advancing pretty quickly on the championship right now. Just what happened to Hamilton? Hamilton did get a 10-second penalty that's dropped him out of the contention with the podium. Okay. Oh, so Antonelli and Oscar are coming in at the same time to pit. Soft. Hamilton coming in to softs. So we're seeing actual two-stop strategy here. So Oscar is going to lead Antonelli out of the pits. Hamilton is going to be third in that order. That's going to move Ocon up to 6. But with that tire advantage, I mean they're pretty close. So right now we've got a world where we've got Norris leading and Leclerc each in their own little worlds. We've got Bierman and Russell and Verstappen. Bierman's pitting. Bierman is pitting. So they think so that's going to push Russell into third and Max. No, Russell's pitting as well. So that's going to push Max up into third. This has gotten very interesting. So with this pit order, Max is now third, Bierman is fourth, and Russell is fifth. The hope here is that Bierman's going to have to pick up. Here comes Ocon on Russell. He's not getting it done, unfortunately, but he's stalking Russell right now. Again, and that brings in Oscar right behind Ocon. See if Russell recovers from that. So Oscar gets ahead of Ocon on track. And now Oscar's got Russell ahead of him, 2.6 seconds ahead. So Antonelli's passing Ocon. So Ocon has basically lost 2 positions effectively. So again, with these second pits, Max Verstappen has moved up to third. He is 15 laps on a soft tire with 22 laps to go. Norris is on 15 laps on a medium tire, 22 laps to go, and so Clerk is 18 laps. So they're effectively going to be on those medium tires to the end of the race. Max is going to be on that soft tire to the end of the race. He's going to push. That's going to push that soft tire, but it is possible. Bimmer right now on they are used soft tires, but they're only 4 laps. So he's got a huge tire advantage on Max that he can push right now. The gap right now is 16 seconds to Max, and that's the number we need to look at as it collapses or doesn't collapse over these next few laps. I don't know if Max. The question right now is whether or not that gap to Bierman collapses. And if it does, then it's pointless to stay on those soft tires beyond like lap 25. So these next 7 laps are going to be huge between Max and Bierman. Norris is not pitting again. He's going to go to the end of the race on those medium tires. Same with Leclerc. Question whether Max will pit or just bear it out on those soft tires. That may have been the wrong. This strategy may have been wrong. Again, everyone started on softs around him and then went to mediums. With the exception of Bierman, Russell, Oscar, and Antonelli, Hamilton, they went to soft, medium, softs. They did do this 2-stop strategy. Show Minto, we need a red flag safety car. I appreciate your enthusiasm for the red flags, but I don't believe one will actually manifest themselves today. This track has been too gentle and forgiving, and what at this point to have a red flag actually come out. So right now we're showing basically the predicted state of the championship as things are right now. Again, right now we are predicting that Norris is going to move ahead of Oscar and it will be a 3-point gain, a 3-point advantage on Oscar after this race. So it's like 36-point difference between Max and Norris. So that will drop again. So that's the big one right there is that we're looking at with a 10-point difference between Norris and Max. Again, we haven't seen anything happen. Again, Leclerc is having a good weekend. Let's put this let's put this in perspective. If you are a fan of Charles Leclerc, you should be cheering in chat right now because he is in second place and he's been clearly in second place this entire race. And he's in his own little world where, as long as nothing happens to him, he is going to finish second and be on that podium. He may be out of the championship fight, but that is a great performance for Ferrari this weekend. Would have been better if they could, if the Hamilton did not get that 10-second penalty, but that was the chaos of those early laps. Again, we're got 18 laps to go. We're on lap 54 of this 71 lap race. Again, this is Crash with you live with our coverage of the Mexican Grand Prix. Again, this is the Race Statistic channel. We're live on Twitch. We're on YouTube. I want to thank Total Motorsports. That's total-motorsports.com, who are hosting us this weekend on their website. We appreciate that. If you guys haven't seen them, great reference, great resource for information. One of the parts of their website is they have a section just for interviews, and that's go to them. They're great, a great resource, everyone. Anyways, I want to thank the 1,000 of you, 11,000 of you who are watching on YouTube right now, and hundreds of you who are watching on Twitch right now. Again, this has been a big strategy race. Chaos, first laps for chaos, and then it has become a strategy race. And right now, the strategy is like Bimman, Russell, Oscar, Antonelli, Hamilton have all pitted, done a two-stop strategy. Max is on a one-stop strategy where he started on the mediums and then went to the softs. And right now, the difference between Max and Bierman is 14.6. So that gap has dropped. We have 17 laps to go. Is this gap too big for Bierman to overtake on Max? Haas is an American team. That is correct. Leclerc and Norris started on softs. They've gone to mediums. They're going to finish the race on mediums. Oscar has moved up in position. He started 7th. He's now 6th. It doesn't look like he's going to make a charge on Russell at this point. He's 2 seconds back on Russell at the moment. Again, we've had two turn five incidents. Oscar, so there's an incident between Oscar and Ocon, and it's no further investigation. So they looked at it and they decided it's just a racing incident. Has there ever been two American teams racing at Iran? I don't think there's ever been. I don't think so, Steezy. I think that next year with both Haas and Cadillac, would have to go back and look at technicalities that they were owned by. Like again, Haas is owned by an American, but they operate not like an American team. The F1, the Haas F1 team does not operate like any other American motorsports group, whereas the Cadillac team is operating more like they're part of their structure and infrastructure is going to be in Indianapolis area where with their other teams. So again, it's the Andretti Motorsports team in but not in name anymore. It's because they've been sold to their business partners. So DWS Sports is the new ownership of all the Andretti teams. Verstappen might catch Kirk. I don't know. I mean, he's 8.4 seconds back right now. I don't know if he's pushing. He's 9 tenths faster last lap. We'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on that because he's 8.2 right now. He is advancing, but also Bierman is also advancing on Max. So that's also important to note. Oscar right now advancing on Russell. So we'll see how these things go in a moment. Again, was in the high 14 seconds, now in the low 14 seconds. Oscar's in DRS range of Russell right now, so this could be a big moment right here where Oscar overtakes Russell. So Barella right now is in 11th. He's in DRS range of Isaac, who's in 10th in the moment. So a point of battle to be had in a moment. Oscar's 8/10 behind Russell, so another point of battle right now. They've just started new laps effectively. And Max was slightly ahead of Beerman on that last lap. So Beerman did not make time on Beerman. In terms of fastest lap right now, it is Russell, who's got a 1:20.052 lap time. He's currently 5th. Sainz pitting again. Why? I don't know what they're doing with Sainz at the moment. They're gonna basically gonna serve his penalty. No, he legitimately speed. I mean, it's speeding in the pit lane. I mean, it is what it is. If your equipment's wrong, all right. So they're telling Max to push. So right now, Max is 7.7 seconds, just advanced 2/10. Behrman's 3.7, so he's just advanced another half a second on Max. He was 4/10 better in that last sector 1 on Max. So these all going to pay off eventually. We've got 13 laps to go. We are lap 59 of 71 of this race. Does Matt have to pit again? He does not have to pit again. Will he pit again? I doubt he will. Is the better question. I think he's going to push on his medium tire, his soft tires. Right now, he is 6.4 seconds behind Leclerc. Well, right now, still in DRS range. He's 0.8 behind Isaac. Oscar is 0.5 behind Russell. So that's the other point of fights. Closer fights right now on track. Again, we're looking at the gap between Beerman to Verstappen and Verstappen to Leclerc. Again, it's very much a waiting game. What's going on? Russell is 1.2, 1.3 behind Beerman, so that's the other point of. So we've got Beerman, Russell, Oscar in their little world fight for 4th right now. Charles has no power. What's going on? Oh, Max has now just get pushed to 5.6 behind Charles. Beerman has not moved. He's about 3.6, so he hasn't gained on Max in a bit. It's more that Max has pulled ahead a little bit. Oscar's going for it. He's just went around Russell, and he gets the move. That's a huge move. So that puts Oscar 1 point behind Norris right now. That's going to give Behrman. So what was a 1.3 gap to Behrman is now a 2.6 gap. Yeah. And Oscar has basically pulled a full second away from Russell at this point. And Behrman's got 2.7 on Oscar. We got 11 laps to go. It's 2.7 gap to Behrman. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, it was a good pass on Oscar on turn 1, and then kept it through turn 2 and 3, and then pulled away. That also allowed Behrman to pull away. So 2.7 gap to Oscar to Behrman. Behrman is 13.5 to Max, whereas Max is pulled down that gap to Leclerc to 5.1 seconds. He's got time to get up to Leclerc. It's 5 seconds now. But the big issue right now is George is going to the Mercedes is going to tell George to let Antonelli take his place back. Behrman has now pulled up ahead 3 seconds from Oscar. Leclerc tires are probably not struggling actually, Antonio, because he's been out pretty much in clean air for the most part. You know, he's passed Gasly for a while now, and there's no one between him. I mean, the next person on track is Sainz, but he's far ahead of him. Again, Max is now coming up on Gasly right now, and he'll be given the blue flags. Actually, he has been given the blue flags already, so he will. Next moments or so, Max is going to pass Gasly on track. That's essentially lapping him. Again, Colpino, Gasly, Sainz, and Stroll have been lapped effectively so far. So as Leclerc and Verstappen. So Bartolo just passed Isaac, and he's into the points, and Isaac's out of the points right now. Max about to be number 2. No, Max is still third. Now the question is, now Max is 3.9 behind Leclerc with 9 laps to go. That would be a big boost to Max's. If Max can get ahead of Leclerc for P2, that would be a big boost. Again, right now Leclerc is getting 18 points, Max is getting 15. That would be a 3-point gain, and that would be huge. Right now, Max would be at 321. Norris is at 357 by winning. So that would drop it to 34 points between Norris and Max. If Max, so right now it'd be 36 points between Verstappen and Norris. So that would be him advancing in the championship. If he gets the P2, it could be another 3 points. That makes it even. So this is so Sonoda just passed Isaac. So something's up with Isaac's car at the moment. Sonoda is right now 2 seconds behind Borrell. See if he can make an advance on him to get points. Is it pushing for soft 35? Yes, extremely hard. Very hard. But we are talking about Max Verstappen. He does know how to manage tires and how to use them. And Jay saying P2 Charles, or this race didn't happen. Right now, I mean, Max is with 8 laps to go, is 3.2 behind Charles. He is pushing. Last lap, Leclerc did a 22.095 and Max did 21.434. I mean, literally 6 tenths faster on that last lap. We got room for Max to push and to get ahead of Leclerc. See, Albon's getting a blue flag, so he's going to be the next driver to be lapped by Norris at this point. Isaac will be next. Literally, that will bring maybe Sonoda and Borlao into the mix of being lapped. So we got 7 laps to go in this race. Again, this is Grash with you. Here, live coverage of this Mexican Grand City race. Again, this is the Racing Disc channel, and we are live on YouTube, Twitch, and elsewhere. I also want to again shout out to Total Motorsports for hosting us. That's total-motorsports.com if you're looking for the website. As it stands right now, Norris is leading this race by almost 28 seconds. Leclerc is second, but Max has now come into 2.8 seconds with 7 laps to go. Another, looks like 4 tenths between the two. Almost 5 tenths between the two last lap. So basically, again, Max is making an advance on Leclerc. It doesn't look like Behrman's going to make it to Max at this point. It's unfortunate. He was third at one point, but went to a two-stop strategy. Oscar right now is 1.6. So he's basically half that gap. He was 3 seconds a few laps ago. So this is effectively half the gap from Oscar to Behrman. Oscar is in the disadvantage in terms of tires right now. Behrman has one more lap than Oscar. His tires is 1 lap fresher than Behrman's. They both are on used soft tires. Max 2.3 gap to Leclerc with 6 laps to go. Max right now 2.1 back behind Leclerc. He's still gaining. Yeah, some are asking about what we're using in terms of timing sheet. We're not using a website. We're using Multiviewer as part of what we're using. We're using a couple other things, but Multiviewer is one of the things in our tool chest of what we're using to show your stats. 5 laps to go right now. That's where Norris is. Leclerc and Verstappen now starting that 5 laps to go. Max now under 2 seconds. It's 1.964 right now. It's the gap from Max to Leclerc. We'll see where that is in a few seconds. Right now, the driver of the day voting is 40% on Behrman, and how could you predict that? I mean, definitely a huge drive for him today. Almost a podium, but the fact that he's holding off Oscar right now. Oscar's closer, but it's a 1.2 gap. So Oscar close. He's going to have to move up with the next few laps. Max right now 1.4 as they come to the end of sector 2. So another half second on Leclerc over 2 sectors. 1.2 is the gap as they cross the line. Start lap 68 there. 4 laps to go in this race. Oscar right now 1.2 as they start lap 68 to Behrman. This is tight. This is tight racing. A lot of strategy. I know there's been a lot of overtakes, but this is what we will have to deal with. One of the things that could potentially be an issue up ahead is that Bierman is coming and Oscar are coming up on the Alpines and they have been lapped. So they're going to have to deal with blue flags. Albin has been passed. DRS is just outside DRS range right now. To point, he is in DRS range. He is in DRS range as he's coming to the detection point at turn 15. He's going to have DRS range. Is he? Ooh, I don't know. Is he going to have DRS range at? We'll see. Max did not get DRS range. Was not in DRS range at the detection point. But he's still advancing on Leclerc. He's now back within range. So Max has been gaining sector 1, sector 2, been gaining a lot on Leclerc. Colpano's been given a blue flag, and I would see him Gasly shortly after that. That's for Behrman to get it by. Oscar is now in DRS range of Behrman. Max is right now 1.1 back. He's close, but not there for DRS range. So Leclerc right now making a defense at the moment is now pushing. Yellow flag. Oh, yellow flag. That's Sainz. So Sainz is basically what they're saying is merged into the barriers. Max is 0.6 on Leclerc. Oh, here comes Max. He's now stalking Leclerc. He's within a car length of Leclerc. So here comes. Oh no, they're calling on a virtual safety car. Oh, this is going to neutralize the race at the end. Oh. So Max is right now staying right behind Leclerc. They are on the final lap right now. So Norris is on the final lap. Max and Leclerc are not on the final lap yet. Max can't overtake right now, but if the VSE is removed quickly, Max could make a charge on Leclerc and overtake him. So Max and Verstappen, so Max and Leclerc are right now on that final lap. They are in sector 1 on the DRS zone to turn 1. Okay, so the VSE is ending right now. So Max is going to get. So we're green. We're track clear, green flag. Max is 3 tenths back. He's within car length, half car length. So Lando is going to win this. Come on, jump back to. And Max is pulled back 5 tenths. And I don't think, yeah, Max is not going to be able to take him. Charles Leclerc is going to hold on to second because of that virtual safety car, unfortunately. Max is going to take third. Behrman right there. Behrman's coming across the line right now, and he's going to take fourth. Oscar is going to take fifth. Antonelli sixth. Russell seventh. Here comes Hamilton for eighth. And then Ocon and Borrello are coming around 13, 14, 15 right now, hitting 16 to 17. Ocon 9th, Borrello getting that point. Yuki on the outside looking at 11th. And the others had already been lapped already, so that is going to be the end of our coverage. Wow. Oh, there'll be questions about that virtual safety car. I'll tell you that right now. People were saying that people think that Sainz car was in a place where that virtual safety car was not needed. So again, for everyone here at the Racing channel, again, we've got Norris. Our podium is Norris, Leclerc, Verstappen. Behrman has the best personal best at fourth. Oscar comes in sixth. Again, Norris has now taken the lead in the championship by a point. So it's 357 to 356. Max is 321. So that is 36 points. Could have been 33 points if we did not have a virtual safety. I'll be honest with you. If we did not have a virtual safety car, Max could have taken 3 more points in 18 versus a 15 point for P3, P2. So that is where we stand right now as we go into Brazil. Brazil is going to be a sprint race, so there are more points on the board. Next time you will see us will be in November. It will be November 7th. Oh boy, 8:30 in the morning for me. So it will be November 7th. So 2 weeks. So next week is, for those who celebrate Halloween, have a happy Halloween, everyone. All Souls Day on November 1st. And then we'll be back. So we've got a week break. And we'll be back in Brazil. I want to thank everyone on YouTube. I want to thank everyone on Twitch. I want to thank the Racing Tickets family, the Army, and all of race fans who showed up today. I want to thank Total Motorsports. Again, their website is total-motorsports.com for hosting us this weekend. Hope we do that again. Thank you so much. For everyone here in the Racing family, this has been Crash. This is going to be our coverage of the race. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Oh, predictions. Yeah, bring up predictions, boss. Yeah, now's a great time to do predictions. So for the win, Boss picked Leclerc. 63% hit did Verstappen. Team points. That's going to be we both got that wrong. We both picked Ferrari. No, Ferrari did not earn enough points. I mean, it's still between Norris and Oscar. That was 35 points, I believe, and Leclerc scored 18. So in Max is So uh, red flags. Boss said one red flag, and we predicted 0. Point to chat. DNFs. Boss picked 1. We picked 2. We were both wrong. We had 4. Ultimately, were 4 DNFs in this race. And then, and that was what 48% of us predicted that. And then driver of the day, we both predicted Verstappen. That was not. It was Ollie Behrman. I mean, how? Yeah, that can't do. So in the end, hey, chat, we got the boss this week. So it's going to be 2 boss the racing sixes versus chat. It's one win to 2 wins us right now. So as we go through again, 4 more races to go. So this is still very tight, very, it's probably gonna go to the wire. I think the boss is gonna get us next week, tie it up. But that is where we stand with our prediction results. Again, we'll be back for Brazil. That will start with excuse me. We're got a week off. And then on November 7th, we'll be back for free practice 1 and the sprint quali. 8th, we'll have the sprint race and sprint Grand Prix quali and the race on the 9th. So for everyone here on the Race Statistics channel, this is Grash for everyone at the Race Statistics channel. We will see you in about 10 days. Take care, everyone.